If this video gets affected by COPPA, please join my Discord server to comment on this video. Link in the description. Well, hello everyone, this is Hunter2 back again, and today we'll be doing a review on something different. Yes, today we'll be doing a toy review on a Chuggington item instead of a Thomas item. This is like the second time I've done a review on a Chuggington item, but anyway, it is the new for 2020 Chuggington Wilson's Motorized Track Adventures from Alpha Group. So before we get it out of the box, let's take a look at this box. So on the front it says you can build these layouts or create your own, and there's layout 1, layout 2, layout 3, and then the main box shows layout 4, aka what I feel like is the main layout. On the bottom here you have Wilson, Brewster, and Coco. Then you have Wilson all over the playset. Up here it says explore different paths, and it's part of the Motorized series. You can activate the spinning gate and multiple layouts, endless fun. Then on this side it shows Wilson, Brewster, and Coco, as well as the Chuggington logo. And one thing I don't like about this box is how it just says Chuggington and not Chuggington Tales from the Rails. If you want people to really know it's part of your new marketing range, why don't you put Tales from the Rails underneath it? And then the top looks like this. The other side looks like this. It shows all the pieces that come with it. It says there's 30 pieces. And the back looks like this. So right here it says slide right to reach the lower track, slide left to go straight ahead. And then up here, Wilson is saying his catchphrase, "Let's ride the rails!" Explore different paths, and then it talks about the spinning gate again, and it talks about the stop barrier here, and about that stuff. And on the bottom, you actually have the copyright from Hirschend Entertainment Studios, as well as Alpha Group. But anyway, let's get to unboxing this thing. Already coming in for the unboxing. So this is like the first time in like a long time that I've ever gotten a Chuggington set. Ooh, this could be packed in very nicely. Ugh. Oh dear. Is it? Jeez, this is really in there. Oh shoot, I ripped the box. No. Jeez, this is tight. I was not expecting it to be this tight. I'll be back once it's out of its box. Okay, so after about like maybe 3 minutes of fighting to get this out of the box, I finally got everything out of the box. So before we look at all these contents and pieces, let's look at these beautiful instructions. So they're in black and white, and it talks about all the pieces here and how to put the batteries in inside Wilson. And it talks about, ooh, what's this? Are these? Oh, they're stickers. Looks like we have to apply some stickers onto this set, it seems. Then it talks about, why do I feel like they really just reused the illustrations from Tommy? I do have a few instructions saved from Tommy. Oh, and they talk about the clips. They talk about the new clip system that causes floating track. And they have the tipping bridge thing. And then, yeah, this looks very Tommy style instructioned. It looks like they pretty much newly replicated the Tommy instructions. And I like that. And it shows the other layouts. Then we have all the copyright information. And those are the instructions. Okay, I am literally just comparing instructions now. This is Wilson's Wild Ride from Tommy. And you can see they are very similar. This is the new set. And then that's the Tommy. I mean, the instructions look very, very similar to each other. They seriously do. And then they even sort of replicate the accessory to track and tractor riser as well. But then they added the section about the new clip connectors. Anyway, now that we got with that all the way, let's unwrap Wilson here from his plastic bubble. He's probably suffocating in there. Come on out, Wilson. And there he is. Here's Wilson, who still needs to have some stickers applied to him. So before we look at him, we will have to apply his stickers. So the stickers that go on Wilson are these stripes here, these here, and these white arrows. Alrighty, I am now back with the stickers applied to Wilson. So yeah, I kind of messed up there because I wasn't using the tweezers, but I kind of did better on this side because I used the tweezers. But yeah, on the front, here's his front, here's his Chug Patrol, here's his Chug Com, and then his face seriously looks like he's going like, "Hey Thomas, we're coming back. You ready for round 2? Because it doesn't look like you are." And then on the top here, he has his rescue sirens. And then here's his side. He's got his Chug Patrol stripes, which are stickers. He's got his arrows, which are also stickers. He's got his normal Wilson detail. Here's his on and off switch. Very tight and small. Here's his back. It's not painted. I don't know if the Tommy one is painted because I never got the Tommy one. Yeah, I never got much of the later Stack Track stuff from Tommy. I only got mainly most of the early stuff. Anyway, here's his other side. You've got the arrow stickers, his Chug Patrol stripes. And then on the underneath, it says 2020 Alpha. And then it says Alpha Group as well as Auldey. And then we have the 2020 Copyright Hirsch and Entertainment Studios. And yeah, that was your Wilson. So now you're going to put some batteries in him. Alrighty, let's unscrew Wilson here and put some batteries in him. Is that enough? Nope, doesn't look like it. This thing should probably come flying off if it's unscrewed enough. I feel it's very loose. Oh, there we go. Came right off. So then we just pop them in like that. And then we put this back on. I mean, I've never had any of the Stack Track Motorized, so I obviously have no idea what I'm doing here. It should be on, and he should go. Oh yeah, that is nice. And he's four-wheel drive. He's four-wheel drive. That is nice. Let's send Wilson a while run around the floor, see how well he goes. That is fast. And he just drove into his box. And now, let's get to the rest of the set. Okay, so I was just looking at a few of the track pieces, and I've already noticed something different. They've changed the copyright and everything from Tommy to Auldey and Alpha Group, as well as Hirsch and Entertainment Studios. I don't know if you can see that one. But yeah, you can probably really see it on this one. And this one. But yeah, anyway, some parts will need assembly, like this arch piece. Anyway, here's the collapsing bridge. Very nice. I already have one of these, so it's good to have another one. And then we have our girders. And I will compare these to the Tommy ones, just to see if they link up to each other. And yeah, so I'm gonna compare every piece of track right now. Alrighty, so I've got every piece ready to be compared to. So let's start off with the straights. Okay, so here are the straights. They actually look pretty identical when you look at them side by side. And then when you flip them over, the copywriting is different. This one says Tommy. This one says Alpha and Auldey. Yeah. Anyway, it's time for a moment of truth. Let's see if these two can connect together. Oh my gosh. Yes. They can connect together, everyone. So you don't need to scrap your other Chuggington tracks. The Tommy ones can connect to the Alpha ones. That is really good right there. I like that. That's really good to see. That we can attach our other tracks to our newer ones. But yeah, besides color difference, they're pretty much identical. So those are the straights. Now let's move on to the curves. So the curves are gonna have like a major difference, because you see something different here? You can now see that the curves don't have this big giant wall on them anymore. I'm guessing Aldi thought the wall looked too ugly. Although you can still see the imprint for the wall, where the wall would have been, because you can see how the plastic dips. This is like a little wall of plastic there, how it dips inward. It seems like they were going to originally implant the wall onto here, but they decided not to because it looked too ugly and they wanted a nice, neat curve. Also, I just realized the copyright is in different spots on these. So we can literally have a licensing back-to-back flip-flop like that. And they also connect to each other, which is really nice as well. Now, the next piece we'll look at is the ramps. So, it turns out that they actually heightened this part here. You see where the gray is on the old one, now it's very short? Seems like they've heightened it higher to make a actual wall, which is actually really good. And it also seems they were originally planning to put the actual wall there, but it doesn't seem like they did decide to, which I actually like. I mean, you can really see the difference of how much they heightened the wall, because they ended up getting a factory Floyd of the Brewster's Big City Adventure that didn't have the wall. And look how low it is. And then look how high this is. You can really see there's a difference in the wall height. Yeah. Let me just take an opposite-ended wall. Wow, the tops are literally identical, and then it just humps upward a little more. Makes it a little higher. And I bet it's the same. Oh no, the bottom just starts off extremely higher. That is nice. Other than that, the copyright is literally in different spots. But yeah. That's your ramp comparison. And now let's compare the last piece of track before we get to the towers. It's the collapsing bridge. So here's the one from the Brewster's Big City Adventure, and then here's the one from the new set. You can see the colors are drastically different. They can obviously connect to each other, and you can have like a... That actually looks really nice, actually. A double bridge. That looks really nice. And then they both have the collapsing feature via the lever on the side. This one has obviously gotten more loose because it's been played with more. This one seems to have like a stronger spring in it. The new one. Anyway, the copywriting underneath is all obviously different. That one says Tommy. That one says Aldi Alpha. And yeah. It's pretty much identical design. As you can see, the springs are exactly the same. And everything. And that was the collapsing bridge. Now, it's time to compare the girders. We'll start off with the short ones here. So the one on the left is the Tommy, the one on the right is Alpha. One difference I noticed is that this one, the Auldey one, doesn't even have copyright or information inside of it. It just says 4. Meanwhile, the Tommy one actually says Tommy UK and all that. I looked all over this tower and there's no licensing anywhere. But let's see, do they interconnect with each other? Oh yeah, they do. The Tommy one can connect with the Alpha one, and it can do it both ways. That is really nice. That is really nice. Oh, and another difference I noticed. Look at how big that knob is on the Tommy one. Now look how small it is on the Alpha one. They made the knob on the tower into a square instead of a rectangle. That's a big noticeable difference. Anyway, now let's move on to the big ones. Okay, so same as the smaller ones, I looked all over this red tower and I couldn't find any piece of licensing on it. But yeah, the Tommy one has licensing, and I bet they connect. Yep, they can connect both ways. Yep, they can connect both ways. And just like the other ones, they shortened the knob. Yeah, that was the big towers. And now I will have to sort out all this extra mess that I brought in here, just so I can assemble this set. So after I remove all the extra clutter, you will probably notice the time lapse will start in like 3, 2, 1. Folks, the track is complete, and now is also, I don't know if you noticed, but I accidentally made an error. I accidentally put the stickers on one sign. I didn't even know there was a second sign, so that's kind of my fault. So one stop sign will have no stickers. I ended up putting both stickers on one sign, so that's kind of my fault. Another thing I really like are these like floating track join things. Kind of makes it like Trackmaster 2, where you have these like floating track joins. And they gave us 4 of them to go on this one and this one. What I don't understand is why they didn't give one to go up here. They didn't give us 2 to go up here. Because like there's literally a floating track join right here. So why didn't they give us one that could go right here? I don't understand. It wouldn't be that hard to produce this new piece exclusive to this new Alpha range 2 more times in a different color now, would it? It's not that hard, really. Anyway, it's time to put Wilson on this track and see how he runs. Okay, so the gates are clear, which means it is clear for Wilson to go. So he's gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty, so Wilson just went over the hump. He's coming up, coming down, going around the bottom. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Okay, I just did some testing, and apparently, for some weird reason, Wilson does not like this piece. He made it around the rest of the layout fine, but he doesn't like going up this curve for some reason. I don't know why, but he does make it around the layout in the opposite direction, where he goes up his amazing climbing thing. Goes over the collapsing bridge. I forgot to reset the gates. And he goes up and down and over the humpy bridge. And he starts his trip all over again. Go, Wilson. Okay, so I just gave Wilson a bit of a drive, and apparently he can make it up there now. Somehow. He must have gotten warm to the liking of that. And we can see him finish his loop around this way. And he goes round. And he'll climb up there. Oop. He got stuck on the gate. And he'll collapse. Now that we saw that Wilson can make it around his track okay, let's give him a bit of a hauling challenge by seeing if he can pull one cargo car around this playset. And I might need to set the camera down to couple this thing up. Okay, I've got the wagon hooked up to Wilson, and it is also a nice, strong fit for coupling. Although, one thing I don't really like is that huge of a gap. That is like a giant gap in between those two. Anyway, let's see if Wilson can make it around his set with his stray car. He goes up, around, down. He seems to be doing it. And it looks like he's done it. Wilson has succeeded the challenge with one lightweight freight car. Now let's give him an even tougher challenge. Alrighty, now I'm going to couple this heavier freight car, which is made of metal, some metal. It came with Cali, and we're gonna hook it up to Wilson. Alrighty, I've got this freight car, box car coupled up, and we're gonna give Wilson a go, see if he can do this. Go, Wilson. Seems to be struggling. Oh, he's struggling on his hill. Can he do it? Whoa, he slipped. I feel like this freight car is too heavy for him. Let's give him one more go. He's making it. Oh, he has done it. There were no tricks there, folks. And the freight car has fallen sideways. I repeat, it has fallen sideways. I don't think Wilson likes heavier rolling stock on this playset. Let's continuing him onwards. Seems to be struggling. He's struggling to pull this boxcar up. Maybe he's struggling because of the floating track join. Yeah, and the freight car has fallen over again. It has fallen over again. Okay, so as your load test, this set works with the lightweight plastic freight cars. That's good to know, but it does not work with your heavy freight cars. That is good to know as well. And now, folks, I'm going to give Wilson a real challenge. We're going to see if he can pull 2 of these plastic cargo cars. So, let's start him up, shall we? See if he can do this. Go, Wilson. He seems to have made it up his big slope. He's going down. The cars have survived. Doing a little wheel slip. Oh, and he's done it! Wilson has made it around his playset with 2 plasticky freight cars. Well done, Wilson. And that orange one is just tipped over. And now I'm going to make the challenge even harder by adding 2 pieces of cargo. Well, 1 piece of cargo to each truck. Alrighty. It's time to show your stuff, Wilson. Wheels to the rails. Can he do it? Oh, he's lost a piece of cargo. I repeat, he's lost a piece of cargo and the orange truck has fallen over. I don't think he likes it. I'm going to try this challenge again, but this time we'll go in the opposite direction. Go, Wilson. Can he make it this time? The orange freight car has survived. He's struggling. Whoa! He's jumped the track! He has jumped the track! I have no idea what happened there. But he jumped the track. I think I know why he jumped the track. It's because, you see this here? It just dips downward, and then we come into this big wall. The dip downward made him jump and come right off. Like that. So yeah. And all the curves are like that basically, where they have that dip downward before it comes up. So I might as well try that again basically. Will not stop till I succeed. Looks like he passed the deadly area, but he seems to be stuck. His wheels are slipping. I don't think Wilson can haul 2 of these freight cars with loads. Doesn't seem like a possibility for him. But let's do be glad that he can haul 2 empty freight cars around this playset. Sometimes. So that there was Wilson's Motorized Track Adventures playset for the new 2020 Chuggington. So, what are my final thoughts on this set? My final thoughts on this set is I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I recommend you get it if you can find it on Amazon. Sadly, you can only get it for like US and Canadian people only right now. But anyway, now I am going to do the ultimate challenge. So, get ready to see what it is. I will come in and stop Wilson here. And now, the ultimate challenge is, I am going to try and build a layout combining all the stuff I already own, plus this set right here. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, one more thing before we start the challenge. I was just testing this set with like the non-motorized engines, and this is what I mean by we need girder walls. Hanzo literally just crashed off the wall. Crashed off the thing because there was no girder walls. So this set really won't work with your normal push-along chuggers, especially your die-cast ones. You don't really want to scrape and scratch like my Brewster. But yeah, that's the trouble when you don't have girder walls. I mean, this set is good for the motorized ones, but when you don't have girder walls on your curves, your push-alongs are going nowhere. Everyone will just literally die within the first or second curve. Even Lights and Sounds Action Trigger doesn't like it. Oh, he knew he made it that time. Old Pepper Pete has this weird problem where he gets stuck on the curve. At least he doesn't fly off like everyone else. Hanzo also likes to fly off. He just flew way over there. Toot and toot, who do we roll over? And the disaster just goes on and on. So as a serious tip, if you're gonna buy this set, make sure to only use it with your motorized ones and not your push-along ones, because if you try to use this set with your push-along ones, you're not going to have much of a good time with that, because your trains are going to instantly fly off these curves and you're going to damage their paintwork. But anyway, now we are going to get to building the ultimate track with everything. Even Wilson himself in his push-along mode, as in the motorized one, in his push-along mode doesn't like driving down the hills at high speeds. He just rode away! Anyway, with all that diversion finally out of the way, let's get to expanding this with that. For real this time. And I won't do it in a time lapse because it could take a while. Well, folks, I've done it. I've created a layout that combined all 3 sets that I own in the stack track range. Yes. And there you can see Wilson coming up to the top. Right there. And he'll make his descent back down. And that was Wilson's big run on the Ultimate Combination, as well as the review of the Wilson's Motorized Track Adventures from the new 2020 range. So I hope you enjoyed this review, run, and Ultimate Combination. And this is HunterTube saying thanks for watching, bye for now, and be sure to watch Season 6 of Chuggington on every weekday on Disney Junior.